Okay, for everybody that new here, we are on Gaia's Revenge. So far, Uranus took the trolls, lightning, thunder, and I guess sound. Took 3 trolls and shoved them right back up her womb, her vagina. So that's where we're at right now. So I'm gonna continue playing this game, and that's where we're at right now. We're having a good time. Um, I think the copper's got somebody in the background here. Okay. Okay. Bring this backwards here. Hmm. Can't do anything. If I fall. Ooh. This is the right way. Okay. Winning. Okay. We gotta jump to this beam. We're gonna slide on down. Oh boy. That's 4 or 5 hits. I can't see what's happening. And we died. That fucking sucks. hits do I need? I can't see anything. Stop. Come on. I am. I'm trying. This is... just the way the game goes. I'm certain of thinking of not even using the... okay, now it should be good. Yeah. There we go. About going up. There we go. Jump, 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 jump. Jeez. That's what I've been trying to do this entire time. We'll see if we can actually live to tell the tale. Somehow. There's so many more things to do. Where does this go? I feel like I'm missing something. Okay, I think I see it now. Okay. Okay. That's forward. Come on. No. No. Yes. Shh. Okay, I see. Jesus. Just go up the fucking ladder. Oh my gosh. Hmm. Okay, I think we're getting close to a pause point where we can catch up on literature. Should be right over here. Oh. Oh, yep, sure enough. There we go. Okay, into the water. Alright, Gaia's revenge. We have good God cause to wonder here what he pushed them into Gaia's womb. Really means some people have taken it to indicate that he buried the Hecatron and the Cyclops in the earth. Divine identity at this early time was fluid. How much a god was a person, and how much an attribute is hard to determine. There were no capital letters then. Gaia, the Earth Mother, was the same as Gaia. I guess a different spelling? The Earth itself. Just as Uranus, the sky, and Uranus, the sky father, were one and the same. What is certain that it is in reacting like this to the three hectatontries and the three cyclops, his own children, and in treating his wife with such abominable cruelty, Uranus was committing the first crime, an elemental crime that would not go unpunished. Gaia's agony was unbearable, and the inside her, alongside the Cyclops, and the trio, withering, flailing, 300-handed, clawing, and 150-headed, budding hectatontries, there sprang up a hatred, a most terrible and implacable hatred against Uranus, the son she had borne, and the husband with whom she had given birth to a new generation. And like ivy twisting around a tree, there grew a plan of revenge. Alright, the piercing pain of the hectatontries still gnawing at her, Gaia visited Atheris, a great mountain that looks down over what we now call the central Greek region of Philatides. From its peak, you can see the plain of Magnesia trying down to the blue waters of the western Aegean as they curl round the Belian Gulf and embrace the sporadic scattering of islands called the Sporades. But Gaia was consumed with too much pain and too much fury to enjoy one of the world's most charming views. On the summit of the Mount Atheris, she set to work fashioning a most unusual and terrible artifact from its rock. For 9 days and nights she labored until she had produced an object which she hid in the cleft of the mountain. Next she took herself off to visit her 12 beautiful, strong children. "Will you kill your father, Uranus, and rule the cosmos with me?" she asked. "Each in turn, you will inherit the sky from him, and together all of creation will be our domination, or dominion." Perhaps we imagine that Gaia, Mother Earth, is soft, warm, bountiful, and kind. Well, sometimes she is, but remember that she banks down fire inside. Sometimes she can be crueler, harsher, and more terrifying than even the wildest sea. And talking of the marine world, the first of the children that Gaia tried to win to her side were Oceanus and his sisters Tethys. But they were both in the middle of negotiating a share of the oceans with Thalassa, the primordial goddess of the sea. All of this generation were stretching and flexing their muscles at this time, establishing their areas of expertise and control, nipping, growling, and testing each other's strength and dominance like puppies in a basket. Oceanus had conceived the idea of creating tides and currents which were to run like a great salt river over the world. Tethys was about to have his baby. No sin in those early days, of course. Propagation would not have been possible without incestuous couplings. She was pregnant with Nilus, the Nile, that would go on to give birth to the other rivers. Names for these characters. Next, Gaia visited her daughter, Persephone, who was busy being unpronounceable. She seemed a very shallow, silly, and ignorant being who knew nothing and appeared to understand less. This was deceptive, for each day that passed she got smarter and smarter, and more informed, and more capable Her name means memory, giving us the word menoric. At the same time of her mother's visit, the world and the cosmos were very young, so Persephone had no opportunity to prime herself with knowledge or expertise. As the years passed, her endless capacity for the storage of information and sensory experience would make her wiser than most anyone. One day she would mother 9 daughters, the Muses, whom we shall meet later. So they're just setting it up that her mother Gaia is coming to see her, see what she can do. You want me to help you kill Uranus? Surely the Sky Father cannot die. Dethrone or disable him, then? It is no more than he deserves. I will not help you. Why not? There is a reason, and when I know it, I will remember it and tell you. Exasperated, Gaia went next to Thea, who was also paired off in another sibling union to her brother, Hyperion. In due course, Thea would give birth to Helios, the sun, Selene, the moon, and Eos, the dawn. Quite enough parenting to be getting on with, so they too slowed and showed no interest in Gaia's plans to depose Uranus. Okay. So, first of all, we have a negative on this side. I feel like they're putting way too much meat in between the story. Because we just went through the fact that Gaia visited one of her children, which I believe is, maybe I'm just having a brain aneurysm here, but if you're in the chat and you're watching this, tell me which child she visited. I'm sitting here reading it and I can't even. I guess it's Thalassa. Anyway, so one of her children already said no. That's where we're at. We're going to continue on with the game. I feel like we came from this way, but let's see. This is where we came from. I'm all turned around. Where's my brain? Can't even think. Is it 5:01 p.m.? I think I'm gonna break to eat because my brain power is slowing. I presume. And for some reason, I'm just not computing everything correctly here. I will be back henceforth. We're gonna stop right here for now. So stick around, don't stick around. It's up to you.